Now, once you get into a car with somebody, you're at their mercy. Just stay in the vehicle, lock all the doors, turn on the emergency flashers, and wait for help to come. Even if you have to wait all night, it's better to be in the safety of your vehicle and spend the night than to try to walk and get assistance. Anything could happen. Being a female, you could be raped, robbed if you're a male, all the way to where you could be killed. Once you get in that other person's car, you're at their mercy.
So are you excited for today's investigation?
I am stoked. This is my first investigation ever, and who other to do it with than Genghis and her crew.
And what way to start an investigation by getting some brand new ink, huh?
What better way?
So when you read on the story about Cara Knott, how did it make you feel?
I was deeply saddened by her story. That's tragic as fuck. Especially a fucking cop, dude.
Yeah.
To take her out. And I just hate hearing shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Like, not just young girls, but
just in general.
Yeah, just in general. I'm really looking forward to this, though. And I'm looking forward to see if, we stumble across, experience any activity. I really just want to see how I feel in that space. I kind of want to make that connection with Cara,
Yeah.
in that space.
Yeah. Okay, so our next investigation will be at the Cara Knott Memorial. It's basically the crime victims memorial. Cara Knott was a 20-year-old student at San Diego State University, and she was studying to be a teacher. On the night of December 27th of 1986, she went to go visit her boyfriend, Wayne Batista, who at the time lived in Escondido, California. Around 8 p.m., she called her dad to kind of check in to let him know that she was on her way home. Well, after a couple of hours, he kind of got a little concerned and decided he wanted to go and go find, his daughter. And so I guess a few members of the Knott family kind of joined in the search. Daybreak, when they stumbled on her car. Her purse was still on the seat and her keys were still in the ignition. So they decided to go ahead and call the police, and the police conducted a search throughout the entire area. And 70 feet below the abandoned bridge, they found a body of a young woman. And I guess based off of the police officers' reactions, Cara's father knew exactly who they had found. So they found that her death was by strangulation. They also found a bruise above her eye and ligature marks on her neck. So the police had asked one of the local news stations to feature Cara's story, just to kind of try to pull a little bit more information about what might have happened. And so local newscaster Rory Devine of NBC7 teamed up with a local California Highway Patrol officer named Craig Peyer for a segment on driver safety. After that segment, multiple women out of 300 calls had called Crime Stoppers to report that they had been pulled over by a sketchy officer over on Mercy Road, very, very close to where Cara had been murdered. He was reported as displaying pretty creepy behavior, even getting in their cars and sitting in the passenger seat, asking very inappropriate questions. If you'd been paying attention to the intro, I'm pretty sure you could guess who this officer was. 36-year-old Craig Peyer was featured in that interview 2 days after her murder. When he was questioned, they noticed the scratches. There were scratches on his face. Though Peyer denied any involvement in Cara's murder, there was a gold fiber from his CHP shoulder patch that basically helped to prove that that was not true. The purple fibers that they found on Peyer's uniform when they finally did some testing on his uniform that he willingly handed over, those purple fibers ended up being an exact match to Cara's sweatpants. And so they searched his car and they found a small piece of yellow rope in the trunk of his patrol car that matched the pattern of the ligature marks on Cara's neck. The bruise above her eye was similar to what a police flashlight would leave if you were to get struck in the face by one. And the width of the skid marks on the bridge were the same width as the tires of Peyer's police car. So Peyer was then charged with first-degree murder. So what prosecutors believed happened was Peyer had followed Cara from a gas station until she ended up around the area of his favorite spot to where he liked to harass women. And then he flashed his lights and told Cara to follow him. So they think that Cara most likely rejected his advances, which would be the reason why he got pissed off. There was probably a struggle. Cara scratched his face and Peyer struck Cara over the head with a flashlight. And by then he'd probably be paranoid that she could identify him. So he took the rope out of his trunk and strangled her to death. Apparently he used the hood of his car to taxi her body to the bridge and then threw her body off the side of the bridge. Peyer ended up being sentenced to 25 years in prison for first-degree murder because of this. So, Ms. Evelyn.
Hi.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you feeling? What was your first impression of this place?
The initial feeling I got when I first stepped out of the car felt pretty peaceful. There is, I really don't feel any sense of discomfort or like an unnerving feeling at all. It seems really quiet, really peaceful.
Good.
I feel like the bridge might be a different story.
Okay.
If we do go.
Oh, we'll make it up there, and then I definitely would like your input on how you feel about the bridge when we get up there.
Yeah. I'm excited though. This is fun. This is
Hell yeah. Welcome to your first investigation.
Thank you.
Do you have any thoughts?
I don't know what to think, honestly. I've never seen anything like this. I wasn't feeling too well when I was coming. The same thing that happened at the cemetery happened as I was coming up here. I couldn't quench my thirst. Now I'm just like in awe of everything around here. I feel really bad.
Is this your first time here?
It's my very first time here. I wouldn't have known how to get here otherwise if I didn't come with Tara. Yeah, this is sad.
T?
My feelings. So this morning when I got up, I just wanted to look stuff up about the case, and I remembered it very well. And I don't know why, just the thought of coming here, I got really emotional and I started crying. And I know it wasn't me. I think it was, I don't know, I just felt a sense of sadness. And then on the way up here, I started kind of getting nauseous, and I haven't felt that way in a long time, and started doing my, burpee thing like I do. And I feel like there's something around. But once I got out here, I felt good. It's very peaceful to me here. I really, really like it. And I feel it's kind of serene, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
I agree. I like this place.
Yeah.
He's got the gimbal and the monopod.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just for when I get lazy. Just kick it out.
You know how hard it is to get pictures of you, sir?
So,
I've had to...
It's not a video?
No, it is a video, but I've been taking stills of videos.
What's going on?
You were so drunk out
No, I
of your mind.
DJ'd and y'all were giving me shots of something and I took advantage of
I didn't
it.
give you shit because I was sober.
Maybe I just drank myself.
I think that's what happened.
Grandma made me eat all over the world.
Those are fun times. I wish I had the patience.
You guys bring bug spray?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. I have extra bug spray for whoever.
Dudes bring a lot of bug spray everywhere we go.
Okay.
Lots of bug spray. I mean, the more the better, right?
Hey guys, just want to share with you, we're going to be using a spirit box, and what it does is radio frequencies, and it lets the spirit world communicate through the radio. So they can be like short little answers or just like yes or no's, but they can communicate through here if they choose to or if they know how to. And we also have this EMF detector. It senses energy, and if it moves up, there's like, you know, some type of entity around. So we're hoping to get some conversations going tonight.
We're changing it up now. Does anybody want to talk to me? Does anyone have anything to say? Does anyone want to tell their story? Cara, are you there? What about you, Sam?
Using the dowsing wands. Mm-hmm.
Can you show me yes? Okay.
All right.
Can you show me no? Take your time.
Okay.
Are you guys okay with us being here? Is it okay that we're here? I know I've asked you like 50 times already, but
We just want to make sure.
I just want to make sure that it's okay that we're here.
Obviously, this is my first time. Hey, Sam. It's me again. I just wanted to see if you had anything to say to us. I was wondering if there was any words that you would like to say about your daughter that people who don't know her personally should know about her. The temperature keeps fluctuating right now, and she's got some activity on her EMF right now. So last time I was here is the first time I'd ever been to this place, and I've never ever felt like the type of dread that I felt when I came to this specific spot. The type of sadness that I felt was very much of like how a parent would lose a child, not the devastation I would feel if somebody were attacking me. I've been attacked before, but I've never lost a child, so I don't really have anything solid to really compare that to, but that's kind of how I feel, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off because I don't really like this one. I'm gonna sit and have a moment here. Okay, so EMF is still going off, so something is here, somebody is here, and so This all happened in 1986, which basically means I was 4 years old when she was murdered. When I did my research about Cara and what had happened, the one thing that I did realize that remained steady was the fact that her father loved her very much. She was very beautiful, and I could see why, just not physically, but just like her as a person, why that would shake a community so much. She wanted to be a teacher. She was into like animals and environmentalism. You know, she was an athlete. She had a lot of talents, and she seemed to kind of care about a lot of things outside of herself. One of the things that stuck with one of the casters was the fact that some of the words that came out of his mouth when he found out that the body that the police had found was his daughter was that he said, I wish you would have known she was an angel. Like, nobody ever thinks that they're going to bury their children. You don't have children with the thought that one day you're going to bury them. So I can only imagine what he must have felt with all of this. Tell us some of the memories about her when she was a child. If you were to meet a stranger on the street and you have the opportunity to tell them something about your daughter, what would you know? What would you want that person to know about your baby girl? Oh my God. So I feel if something like this were to happen to me and somebody were to ask me a few things that I could say about my sons, I probably wouldn't shut the fuck up. Thank you very much for your time. We will be around. I truly do appreciate your time and entertaining us and allowing us to be in your space to be able to do this investigation. And I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to be able to tell her story. Thank you very much, Mr. Knott. Oh my God. I don't know if it's because I'm just like kind of just like getting in my own head about, you know, like just being a parent and just being here, like how fucking devastating it must be.